Today, I'm going to be going through all the feedback that students have left on our application. So it's been less than 30 days. I think it's around 30 days since we launched our application, and people have left comments and feedback, right? As one of our goals is to make this app as efficient, seamless, and just the best for our users. Today, I'm going to be reacting to some of the feedback that students have left on our application. I'll start from the community, and if I can be able to go through all of this in time, I can go now to what we have on the Play Store. So we have a few on Play Store and we have some here on the App Store also. And just stay tuned as I'm going to be going through all of them in detail. So the first person we have here is Emma Rowe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, but definitely just pardon me. So Emma Rowe says this: the application has helped me understand some of the things I didn't understand in class when the teacher was teaching. Come on, man, Emma. Thank you so much for trying out our application, and that was the reason why I built eStudyUniverse, right? A lot of people get too confused about this. We are not a replacement to the traditional way of education, but this is like an add-on. That's why we call it a companion, right? You just get to use it to be able to learn something new or to be able to add to what you already have in the classroom. So the next feedback we have here is from Esther. So here's what Esther has to say. Firstly, for me, I'm enjoying the app. Just that I've discovered the app late. Oh, sorry, Esther. It's interesting, good, perfect, etc. It helped me in physics paper one. The exam practice test showed my level. Come on. That's one of the reasons why we tell you to sign up on eStudyUniverse, because if you are new, you might not know about the physics paper one practice test. But what we do is that on the eve of every exam, like right now that we're writing the GCE, we give you a simulation of the exam. So we're basically using past questions from different years, mix of them, where we're setting in the exact same time. So if physics is, let's say, 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour, we're going to give you 1 hour with 50 questions for you to answer with all the different formats that they set for physics paper one. So she definitely took one of those exams and she says that she loves it. So definitely if you're writing a GCE, you should try out the eStudyUniverse app to get that experience also. The next feedback we have here is from Kyovi Diamond, and here's what he or she has to say. So Kyovi Diamond says, my friends love the app. The app just My friends love the app, just that some answers to the multiple choice questions are not correct. Okay, that's the only problem I have. And I think it would be nice to add a section where after challenging someone, you can actually communicate with that person and revise. Alright? You mentioned two strong points. The first thing you said is that some of the multiple choice questions are not correct, which is totally understandable. And I think that there's chances for that to happen, right? Because here's the thing. One thing a lot of people don't know is that we build this application solo, completely bootstrapped by us, no funding anywhere. So during the process of development, there was a lot to handle. Us trying to get to the end users on time and also trying to make sure that we have enough value. So we train a model that can be able to help to generate questions in the system, right? Using the GC syllabus and past questions as context. So we're using that to be able to train it to be able to prepare these kind of questions. But right now, we realize that it cannot be 100% efficient. There are chances that some of them might, because we have a stage where we review everything, but there are chances that some of them might come out with this kind of issue. So if you experience that, we are really sorry about that issue, but we believe that more than 90% of the questions are really good, and you can start enjoying that for now while we work on making sure that we have clear, well set questions step by step in the years and the days ahead. So the next person here now is Mochi Theodore. So he says, "Hi, hello panel. I personally don't have any clue. Can someone tell me what the app is?" Come on, bro. You're inside of the eService community. I don't know about the eService application. So eService, let me introduce it to you personally, right, Mr. Theodore? Yeah, eService is the all-in-one student companion for both ordinary, advanced level, and pre-university students to be able to study, prepare for exams, play, and also learn digital skills that can help you in the university. So go ahead and download now the Play Store and the App Store. So the next person now is Kamach7. Kamach7 says, so far everything is good. I think it will be better if during the question review, after a test, it shows the topic that the question comes from before explanation of the correct answer. Oh, thank you, Kama. It shows I love this kind of feedback because these are actually people that have used the application. It shows that you are really using the application. First things first, this is not going to be challenging for us to put it. The only thing is that I'm going to see if it's going to fit inside of a UI so that we don't have it too cluttered with a lot of things going on. Because basically that's data, we'll have it already because each question is assigned to a topic and each topic is assigned to a subject and that hierarchy. So it's easy for us to easily display the topic from where that question is coming from. So I'm definitely going to take note of that and we're going to see if we're going to include it. So also note that down. Let me just start this here. The next the next comment here is from someone on the name is Toxic Luna. So, sir, the app is really good, but the only problem I have is that we can't access papers offline in code poor network. Thank you, Luna, for that. To be honest, we're in Cameroon and poor network is a challenge. So, as a priority of my goal on my list, I have I initially want this application to offline first. So we are working on that to see how we can make it more efficient. Right now, you can be able to download papers and use them offline. You can be able to download videos and watch it for the courses and watch them offline. You can be able to take practice tests offline. To use it offline, you download it offline, the resource that you want to use, and then you can be able to use it. So the next person says, this I think the name here is also Esther. Yeah. I'm enjoying the mock papers course. There is an explanation to every question. The app is wow. And thank God for the app. Thank you, Esther. I'm seeing ESTH. I just believe that's Esther. So you're enjoying the application and it's wow. So Esther said it. The application is wow. One thing I love about this kind of feedback is that it's actually a mix of issues people are facing, real feedback from people, and it just helped me to understand if you're watching this and you're like a junior developer or someone. I think that feedback to me right now is one of the most valuable resources, even more than the ideas I have in my head. Because to be honest with you, this application I have more than 20 or 30 features that I wrote down that I've not put in the version of the application that is being launched because I did a shortlisting screening. And right now, I'm really seeing that people are enjoying some of the things that are there and some of the features that they don't even mention them. So, this feedback is going to help me to know what I'm going to take from my list to add in the next launch or in the next version and what to take off that people don't really value because I'm noticing that nobody's talking. Now, the next part now is please say, at time the app bugged just like when I was doing the physics test. I noticed that my percentage pass was 75%. But when I take a review of what I failed, I noticed that I failed all, even what is normally correct. This is someone who is using the application. The name there is Joseph Maxime. Maxime Joseph, thank you for this feedback. And I actually noticed this issue and I resolved it, and you were really sharp enough to get it. So that was actually a UI bug. We're having an issue where all the answers were showing wrong, even with the correct answers. I had to quickly resolve it. I think a few days back, late in the night, and right now I think it's working well. I've tried on multiple devices, so on your own end, you can try and let me know if you are still facing this challenge. We have the support number there. You can reach out. Definitely, we're going to respond to you. So the next person says, good afternoon, sir. What's the name of the Daily Go app? The Daily Go app is not separate. Instead of eStudyUniverse at the homepage here, you come over on the top. You have daily goals here. The essence of this part is such that every day, once you complete you can set your goals, right? Then once you complete it, you just come over to the app and you check the box, and yeah, it shows you that you've completed your daily goals. This is just a way for you to track what you're supposed to do and also just to give yourself accountability, right? So it's inside of the app, that's what we call it all in one companion for students. So the next person here is let me see the feedback. Bless Kimbi. No. This is Mochel Theodore. Theodore says, my buddies, okay, this is an American writer. Okay, my buddies said their main problem, they haven't got materials for food science, the GC revision section. And then they complain that the entrance exams seem to be unavailable. Regarding entrance exams, I think we have it. It is efficient as much as possible. Come over here, you come, you see all the entrance exam were fed, NAPI, Polytech Yaoundé, Polytech Douala, Subtic, everything you have there. But now, you mentioned that food science is not available. It's very important that I explain this point, right? Dealing with past question papers is a little bit tricky because we don't own these papers, they are owned by the GC, but that's why everything around past question papers is completely free inside the app. Yeah, we made it completely free because we don't own the rights to be able to resell this. And for us to be able to put papers on the application, we are trying as much as possible to make sure that they are as clean as possible. They should look visually appealing, you see. So The papers that we got for some of the other level subjects and for subjects related to like this food science, they were not really very clear. They were not visually appealing. That's why I could not really put them in the app. We were working hard to be able to find sources that have the paper that look cleaner, and we're also trying to see how to optimize what we have to be able to put on the app. So that's the reason why you have not seen it. But definitely we'll have that on our list, and we're going to see how to update it. Thank you, Theodore, for the feedback, and I really, really appreciate it. So, next person says, some people complain about the GC section totally shut down. Bro, the GC section is fine. I don't know when you say totally shut down, when it's working fine. Surely maybe you missed out on that point. The next person is Prince001. So here's what Prince001 has to say. The app is actually good, but I've noticed that each time I try to enter, it asks me to log in again. I mean, all the time. I love people who write good English, and Prince001 is one of those people. He says, the app is actually good, but I've noticed that when each time I try to log in, it asks me to. Okay, yeah, the app is actually good, but I've noticed that each time I try to enter, it asks me to log in again. I mean, all the time. And also, the AI isn't functioning. Bro, you said the AI isn't functioning. I don't think that's valid. So if I come over here and go to the AI section and I say, I choose a random stuff here and I submit, it should give me a response. I'm actually taking a risk to do this. You see, I got a response instantly. So the AI chat section is actually working as fast as you can imagine. So, and it is very good because it is in context. It doesn't go out of context with GCE related to students, education, and stuff like that. So you mentioned that it asks you log in. I think that that's mainly an issue around internet and poor network because the way the app is designed, if you try to log in multiple attempts, it with a wrong password or with bad network, it just locks you out. Maybe that's why you're experiencing that issue. So maybe you should recheck your network. Or if you have more detail around this, what you can do is you can take a screenshot and send it to the support number explaining maybe with a text or a voice note. And we're definitely going to be happy to respond to you. Like I said, I love people who give feedback and comments. We are going to become very, very close friends if you can give me enough feedback and comments as possible. So I was even giving some guys candles. Those were giving me feedback and comments when we were testing because I know how important it is for you to tell me an issue before 100 other people see it. So I don't joke with that. So the next person here is Smart. Smart says the app is overall good, especially the interactive quizzes part based on the GC syllabus. I love that point because that was my goal. I want to make sure that everything is in context. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that I wanted to see paper one physics for Northwest Mock and it showed me O level instead. Oh, Smart. I'm really sorry about that. I think that's an issue at the level of uploading. Maybe I missed a particular paper or I uploaded the wrong paper. I will just note this down. Physics, paper one of Northwest mock. I think it should talk about 2026. I'll check them and I'll see how to resolve it. The next thing is that the next person's feedback. I really wish I found the app earlier. It's really benefiting me. And the quiz pre-physics, I hope we do so for math. Okay, it's talking about the physics test which I was talking about. So like I mentioned, every if of each exam, we make like an exam simulation on the topic, the past questions and stuff like that. And we give it to students. So she says that, this person does not have a name. I really found the app interesting and she loves that, asking if we're going to do that for math. Yes, we have prepared it. We're going to have for math. We're also going to have further months and all other subjects that people are writing. So make sure that it's there. The eve of the exam, let's say in the evening, 8 to 9 p.m., you can be able to take the exam. If it's 50 questions, you're going to have 50 questions. If it's 1 hour, you're going to have 1 hour to answer those questions. And at the end, you see your score and rate yourself. So it's really, really cool. You should try out eStudyUniverse app. So this other person, NGU, says the app is really amazing. Thanks. Thank you too. Very straightforward and simple. The next person, Austin, said the app is really cool, but just that I noticed that the physics Northwest mock 2021, 2026 paper one. Okay, I think that's the same point that the other person mentioned. I will definitely have to look into this paper and see how to resolve it. Then I will have this other person, Nyabang Celcilia Charlene. She has left 5 comments here. I'm going to go through them really quick. I love this kind of people. I appreciate your feedback. And to be honest with you, you are an MVP because these are people that are using the application and they really care about it becoming better. So the first thing is that she mentioned that the daily goal routine keeps track. It will be good if it reminds us of the tasks we annotated and tick it. So let me talk about this. A daily goal section is an accountability partner also for you. So trying to make it automatic, it doesn't really serve part of it. I am one of those who advocate for productivity and trying to keep that discipline and stuff in that CR7%. So the goal of that is that the act of you going to tick it yourself is also part of the task, because it's easy for you to just automate everything, but how do you actually see that you do not do this thing and you're going to mark it that you did it? That's also on you. You see that. So if you decide to go and tick it because some people are saying that, how do we track if you did not do something and the person went and force will take it? That's on you, on your own discipline and your own brain and conscience, because it's unfair. Like, you're just killing yourself if you're trying to do that. Then another, she also went ahead to mention that the bio is short. That was intentional also, but I've been getting comments about this and I'm looking closely into it. That was a personal decision based on the UI. I was trying to make the UI as clean as possible. That's why I limited the bio to be short. But since a lot of people, I think a few people have mentioned that they want a longer bio, I'm going to see how to allow people to put in longer text, maybe say 100 characters, 150, 200 characters. Therefore, I will need to optimize the UI so that longer text can be able to fit in there, right? So I'm really enjoying this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go through all, but let me just take the last few. Say, I face some problems with the latest version. You ask us to input full names and the certificate ignores some of the names. We have this section at the bottom here. Come over to the profile, come down here, you have the certificate name. So you can put in your regular name at the top here, and the certificate name is going to be at the bottom here, where you can put in your full names as on your national ID or your birth certificate. So if you're having issues with the name on your ID card, you can always correct it from there, so that every time you have a new certificate, for those who don't know, when you complete some kind of quizzes, when you complete courses, also have certificates and different aspects of the application, you're automatically granted a certificate inside the app that looks really cool. Let me see if there's something like a certificate here. Let me see. You have a certificate that looks, yeah, something like this. Very nice. Signed by experts. So I'm just going to end here. Now you can also share this certificate with people once you're done. So I'm just going to end here now. So maybe I might make another part two series of it, depending on how people are going to react to this. Talking about it. We have some few comments also on the Play Store, which I should have reacted to it, but that's going to make the video too long. So I'm really happy that people were able to sign up on the product that we built here on our own, in our own small space and everything, and people are loving it. More than 1,000 people. I think it should be around 1,200 right now. I'm really amazed about the acceptance for students who were able to sign up and they're loving it. I've gotten feedback here. If you notice, a lot of the feedback just had minor issues. There was nobody who was completely mad about the app. But thank you so much, and trust me, we're going to build more. I have more than 30 features here that are planned for this application that have not been launched. So that clearly tells you that we have a lot in stock for the application. Champions please come to the application. A lot of things. And if you enjoy this video, please just drop a like and share, and see you in the next one. Ciao.